All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with our post-qualifying press conference. We are joined by driver of the number 67 2311 Racing Toyota, Travis Pastrana. If you have a question for Travis, please raise your hand and we'll get a wireless microphone sent over to you. We'll go here to Jenna and then right over there.
Hey, Travis, congratulations, Jenna Fryer, AP. You said it was your dream just to say you started the Daytona 500. So you're going to start the Daytona 500. So now what's your dream?
I mean, every driver obviously wants to do the best they can. Every driver in the field believes that they can win the race. In restrictor plate races, anything can happen. But having said that, I'm just so fortunate to have sponsors that came from Raleigh, Black Rifle Coffee and Dixon, to give me an opportunity to get in there with the 2311 team that gave me a car that was capable to get in on time. And it was funny because everyone's celebrating and excited, and Kurt Busch came right up to me at the end. He said, "Okay, now we get to work." And it's cool. When Denny brought me onto the team, he was the first one that didn't just say, "Oh yeah, like bring your money, or we'll try to get you a charter." He goes, "You're gonna have to work your way in. We don't have a charter for you, but we can give you a car that I believe you can be capable of helping our team to win, whether that's Bubba, whether that's Tyler, whether that's Denny, whether that's a Toyota, and to have the opportunity now to try to start learning and try to figure out how to do the best that I can as a teammate to get up there and start next to this guy right over here in the duel."
So
Sorry.
you two were like a car apart out on pit road, which gave you guys a chance to talk. You're both kind of going for the two spots. What were you guys talking about, and did he give you any tips, or did he hog it all for himself?
Yeah, we were talking. He said his daughters are riding horses down in Florida, not too far to comp, and my daughters are doing a cheer competition in Pennsylvania. And both of our families said if we qualified for the 500, they'd come watch. So pretty excited about that.
So that's what you guys are talking
No, not at all. But a little bit earlier, but some of it, yeah. No, I mean this has been a dream come true. It's something that actually when Jimmy had won out in California Speedway, I was one of my first dates with my wife, and I was like, "Hey, I want to do," and his poor wife was pregnant, and I had a few drinks during the race, and we were keeping him up late at night, and I said, "Man, I want to do the 500." And after that, I talked to Trevor Bain and got in with Waltrip and everything, and then I got lost believing that I could actually race and be competitive. And I'm not as good as these guys at rear-wheel drive or pavement, but it's a restrictor plate race, and I made enough friends along the way, and I've been driving more than I've ever driven. I've had more seat time, had more pavement time. We actually out-qualified in an all-pavement rallycross track, the world champion. And I feel like I said to my wife, I said, "Look, I want to spend more time home. I want to step back a little bit. But right now, this is the best chance that I have, the best sponsors I have, the best success that I've had in vehicles to put my best foot forward." And when Denny said, "Hey, let's come on, and I believe that you can drive a car sideways, and when we come down to the end, I'll push you." I said, that's all I need. Let's go.
All right, back there and then up to Jerry.
Jacob Seelman, 77 Sports Media, Kicking the Tires. Travis, first off, congratulations. This is special, I know, for you on two levels. I'll go with the two-wheel side first. You've done a lot of things in motorsports, but I think one that comes to mind for me, legacy of two-wheel guys in the 500. Paul Goldsmith comes to mind as one of the greats. What does this mean to you to kind of be able to follow on and kind of put your own stamp on this like Paul did back in the day?
It's pretty cool. There's a lot of guys that came from two wheels, including that guy right over there. But I got my first win in the pro ranks here at Daytona in the 125 class. It was a great track for me there. We've qualified front row here in in the nation, what used to be the Nationwide Series, and finished 10th backwards across the grass down the front straightaway. So I've spent a lot of time in the grass out there. Hopefully won't be doing that this weekend, but at the end of the day, we've had good success here. We've had great vehicles, great teams, and at the end of the day, I have a lot of friends on the track, and I'm really hoping to still have friends at the end of this week. I know there's a lot of the drivers have all been amazing, every single driver in every team, and going out of their way, even all the teams, to really help me put my best foot forward here. And I just really want to hopefully make sure the NASCAR fans, when I leave here, they're not like, "Oh, what an idiot." They say, "Oh, that guy, he drove very considerate and very smart and was able to get it to the finish line at the end." And if I can get this car on the lead lap to the finish line, I've never said that before about anything other than winning, but that'll be a win.
Well, I know there's one friend that you wish could be here to see it. I know Ken Block was one of those inspiration type people for you, and feel like, just kind of the way I heard it, was really part of the spark for you to go, hey, if I'm going to do this, I need to do it now. What does it mean for you to put it in the show for Ken and kind of what he meant to your racing career?
You know, Ken's wife, Lucy, and two of his kids came down. They watched their first NASCAR qualifying. They came out, they flew out this morning, and they're flying back tomorrow morning. They just wanted to be here to support. And for me, I was pretty emotional at the end of this, just that they came out for me. And this is for everything, you know, everything that I'm able to do right now, and even the pavement experience I'm able to have, is because Ken Block was able to build a sport around having fun, sliding cars, and to allow me to be part of that Gymkhana series and to build Rally the way it is. I'm forever thankful, and could not be more thankful and happy that his you know, his family's here, and I can't wait to, you know, help do anything that I can to get Leah, his well, and his other kids as well. But Leah, she's a phenomenal driver, and I bet she'll be here racing the 500 at some point. She's definitely going to be one of the top rally drivers in the U.S. of all time. Thank you.
Jerry Jordan kicking the tires like that. Jimmy probably knew exactly where he needed to be on time and points and making the show. I heard Bubba say that they were hazing you a little bit and kind of left you hanging. What was going through your head when you finally found out?
They didn't really tell me anything, so I assumed they're like, it's probably P3. We'll wait until the car behind you finishes. And I thought that meant I was P3 already, and I'm like, I was really disappointed. They're like, you got him by a couple car lengths. Congratulations. It's like, okay, wait, we're in? Like, it's just to be a part of the Great American Race. I mean, even looking at the little pass that I got today that said Cup Driver. I mean, dude, this is cool. I'm a motocrosser. I was able to go rally. I've been able to do a lot of fun things. And yeah, we've dabbled a little bit in NASCAR, and I got chewed up and spit out by these guys really fast. But at the end of the day, it's because they're the best drivers I believe, in the entire world. And it's an honor to be able to race with these guys, and to be able to line up in the 500 on Sunday will be a dream come true, no matter what the outcome is. And I'm just going to try to be as smart as I possibly can, make as few mistakes as I possibly can. And honestly, it's, you know, Kurt Busch, like I said it the best when I came out. It's like, now the homework starts. Let's get to work.
Let's go back there and then up to Bruce.
Zach Sterniola with NASCAR.com. Travis, just curious, it was a brief experience on the racetrack, but can you describe what the lap was like behind the wheel?
Not using expletives you can use. No, so you get in the simulator, right? And, you know, I always forget, because I've been out there, it's been a while, but like you kind of get the groove in a little bit. But I'm getting up to speed, and I'm watching the tack and it's got no suspension on the car because they put it on the ground, so it's hitting all the bumps and basically vibrating your teeth out of place and trying to hit my marks. And I missed my second shift. It wasn't quite perfect, and I'm like, oh man. And then I didn't step off the gas enough, and I'm like had to double pull on the backstretch. I'm like, I just blew it. And then we're going in, and they said, whatever you do, don't touch the brake. And I just wanted to put my foot over top of the brake pedal just as a security blanket, because I tell you what, 180 or however fast we're going, you don't feel that in a simulator. There, and I don't care. People say it's a restrictor plate race, and it's 99.9% the car, but you're still going around a corner at 180 miles an hour with the car with no suspension, with your teeth vibrating out, and you're going, here we go. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
And then do you set any expectations for tomorrow at this point, or does that start in meetings tomorrow morning?
So I've got some awesome sponsors, an awesome car, and I took the money for this race and I put it into racing the truck series and racing the Dirt Car Nationals last week. So we didn't quite have enough money to cover it, and all the damage that's done is on me. So it's my kids' college education fund. So you will be seeing a very mellow race tomorrow. We got Hedleski in there, hopefully going to tell me when. I'll do whatever I can to learn as much as I can. But looking at Noah Gragson last year, he was 3 laps down, and I would be perfectly fine with that if that gets us in the show, and we can start from there. Having said that, I go into tomorrow, as any racer does, trying to learn what we can. And if it looks, and Hedleski tells me to go and start pushing and start learning, well, it is what it is, and we'll try to make the smart decisions all the way through. Yes. And I'm not known for doing great here, and it does tend to get a couple people caught off guard. So, but no, I'm so very fortunate to be here. This is something that's not about the money, or it's not about anything. It's about trying to be a part of the Great American Race, and to have an opportunity to qualify with such a great team and to be brought on with so many people around me that are helping me to do the best that I absolutely possibly can. You know, and at the end of the day, we're in it to do the best that we can, and I don't, you know, damage or no damage, like my goal is to obviously not be the cause of any of it and, you know, try to do the best we can, but hey, I'm going for it, so we'll see what happens. It doesn't matter whose fault it is.
The good news is the cars are really durable, so maybe they won't notice any damage.
I'm hoping.
Bruce?
You made a career out of extreme sports, but is this as nervous as you've ever been to try to make an event?
You know, I don't think I've ever gone to an event before where I haven't been thinking about winning. This is definitely the first time I went to an event really concerned I wouldn't qualify. So it definitely goes to show you, you know, just the level of everything, the level of the teams, the level of the competition, and, you know, the excitement to strap in, having never been out of second gear in a cup car other than doing a pit practice and getting to fifth in the backstretch going, here we go. It's been pretty cool.
And what is this, you making the Daytona 500 do for the extreme sports community? It shows that they too can make the Daytona 500 if they set their mind to it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been driving go-karts since I was 2, like every other driver out there, and you know, competitive in rally for the last, for the last almost 20 years. Racing and driving has been my passion, and, you know, it's interesting, a lot of the guys that follow NASCAR are, you know, just the fans. You know, they know me as a TV personality or a stuntman, but really in my heart, it's been a racer. It's been a motocross racer, and built a reputation as a car driver as well, as a race car driver. Having said that, it's been really cool that when I announced I was going to come over here, the action sports community jumped on board 110%. And so many people are like, man, I'm watching the 500. Like, I'm so excited. I haven't been excited since I was a kid. You know, from our industry to see this. And the dirt car crew, when we were able to go out there and get a win at Volusia, I think was definitely something that, yeah, definitely wasn't the quickest out there. But, you know, just to be able to pull that off, I think, and just have some fun with the grassroots fans, I think went a long way. And, you know, qualifying here is one thing. It's definitely a lot to do with the car, but if I can put together a good performance, maybe not even result-wise, but just prove that I can be a good teammate for you know, for the 2311 team and not cause any trouble, I think that'll be a huge win for me.
All right. Thank you, Travis. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. We're going to need it.